Yeah, MMI is a Money Meets Idea. It's actually not our first edition, it's the second edition. So we had one first edition with the Technical University of Darmstadt and Goethe University, and it's mainly an investment readiness bootcamp for the startups. So we want to speed their investment process up, and we're doing a second edition now with Eintracht, which has a diverse focus, a different focus. So we focus on sports tech now. So why sports tech now? For us, it's really striking that there's a huge overlap of both of the fields, sports and tech. So if you look, for example, back in time, in 1989, the internet actually was invented, or the World Wide Web was invented in 1989. And since 30 years, we see a lot of tech trends like AI, big data, and all of those buzzwords that come along. Now is blockchain and everything like that. And all of them are based on certain theories, game theory, network theory, there's network effects, there's something called the winner takes it all effect. And interestingly, in the past 30 years, most of those theories also got applied in the sports industry. So there's really a lot of overlap of both fields, sports and tech. And this is why we say it makes a lot of sense to bring them together, and actually both fields should innovate together and not just walk past by. So it's really about bringing both worlds together and benefiting and jointly innovating.
Yeah, my name is Timm Jäger. I'm responsible for strategic digital projects at Eintracht Frankfurt, advisor to the executive board as we call it, and now working for Eintracht Frankfurt since 7 months. Technology has a very big impact on sports, as well as on the business parts, as also in the sports parts. We see that in the preparation of our players before the matches, scouting, video analysis, tactics, everything is totally digitalized at the moment. And also on the business parts, you get new business models that are derived from technology. And so I would say there's a very strong impact on technology, and it's getting more and more every day. That's hard to say because every club is a little bit different organized. We, for example, have one dedicated department. We have 3 of us who work as advisors to the executive board, Stabsstelle des Vorstands, as we call it in German. I think that's not so common in the Bundesliga clubs, and the whole digitalization and technology topics are always a little bit different organized among the different clubs. Some have that within their communication departments, other within their IT departments. So at Eintracht Frankfurt, we said it's very important to bring that topic at the let's say as close as possible to the board to really have a strong impact on what we are doing. Actually, digitalization is not organized as a team within Eintracht Frankfurt or as a specific department. We think that it's important to incorporate the thinking of digitalization within the whole company. So therefore, it's more or less organized as a network. We have some specific persons, for example myself, who kind of like orchestrate that. But it's very important to bring that in every part of your company to really create a change in the daily doing of the people. I think the biggest challenge is that you have 2 dimensions. The whole professional sports dimension is a very short-term incentivized. If you lose 3-4 matches in a row, you get some big problems. If you get relegated, you have even bigger problems because then your sponsoring resources are reduced. Also, you have to reduce headcounts. This is really a big problem, and of course all the business aspects are mid to long term, and this is 2 things that you have to handle. Other important thing is that you need a board that supports that, because you have to invest a lot of money into digitalization, and as I said, I mean, the whole professional sports is incentivized very short term. So if you invest a lot of money in IT projects, then of course this money is missing to buy good players. So therefore you need a really, really good board who thinks mid to long term. Fortunately, we have that at Eintracht Frankfurt. Yes, we're definitely looking into the United States in regards to professional sports. They are some years ahead. The reason for that is just the structure of the sports clubs over there is all franchise-based, and clubs are owned by billionaires who have a lot of money, mostly coming from, or some of them coming from the software part anyway. So they bring in a lot of knowledge into these teams. Therefore, of course, we have a look at the United States in regards to professional sports, but not only in sports. I think it's very important that even though we are in the sports industry, you have a look at the other industries as well, because sports won't be the first mover in digitalization. It will be like, I don't know, automotive, IT, software industry. So it's very important to be open-minded and to collect a lot of ideas and then see what's applicable in sports.
Yeah, so thanks again for the invite. My name is Alex Pinter and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Playersvote. We are working on an approach in order to bring fans closer to the game by giving them a numerical scale where they can vote for players on a scale and really rate their performance. So we felt that this could be a good fit with our project and also in regards to our go-to-market approach. So we were always focusing on football and the German Bundesliga. And when we heard that Frankfurt is doing such a program and also what their ambitions are and visions where they want to go with that kind of digitalization, we felt this is an immediate fit. So we basically did apply and we were very glad that we got accepted. So I think the program gave us a good third, fourth, fifth opinion in order where we are and what we feel that might make sense, especially in regards to go to market. So we got a lot of confirmation. I think that getting a very open, direct feedback from the Eintracht guys, I think this was very valuable. Also with the guys here at TechQuartier, this was just a great experience so far. What we have been experiencing over the last years, also especially with that other or previous project, it's all about the innovation adoption curve. So not every organization is up for it. So I think it's important to try to realize who are the early adopting teams, the innovators, and I think focusing on those guys first and not going for early majority teams or late majority teams or even laggards. I think this is lost time, lost energy, lost passion. So I think it's so the key basically is finding out who are the innovating organizations and then try to approach them, come up with use cases that they really know. Also use cases that basically give them some sort of an unfair advantage. So of course, especially in sports, US sports, it's all about competition. And I think if this is a perfect match and also the product offering is good, then I think it's up to them just to jump in and try things out. And they are open.